channel. This is MC again from SLE Canada. So SLE is a website that I created for international students. So I create videos and blog content for international students who want to settle here and immigrate to Canada. So I'm working in Victoria, British Columbia. I'm working towards my permanent residency. So if you want to share your journey as well as you immigrate here, and if that is something that you're interested in, so make sure they subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get more updates whenever I upload my video every week. Today we're going to talk about what are my permanent residency pathways as an international student. So there are a lot of pathways to consider, but again, just a quick disclaimer, I'm not an immigration consultant, so if you have immigration questions, it's better to ask a licensed immigration consultant or lawyers because they're the right person to ask. So in this video, I'm just going to discuss something about myself. It will be based on my experience, based on my qualifications. Just to give you my background to understand why I'm going through these pathways, I have to give you some of my background. So I studied at Nova Scotia Community College. I studied it for 2 years. It's a business administration, major in accounting. After graduation, we moved to Toronto. We worked there for a bit, for 4 months. So I got a job there. It's NOC 1241 if I'm not mistaken. And then after a while, we decided to just quit and drive across to Canada. So as we arrived here on the island, we love the island and we didn't want to go back to Nova Scotia. So we decided to settle here, and we luckily, fortunately, that we got a job which is under NOC B as well. And so now I'm almost done with my 1 year Canadian experience, and I have to choose which pathway to immigrate. So I always talk about this, that like in my previous videos, that I will share my journey as I go through my immigration pathways. I have 4 choices. I could go to federal experience class, express entry. I could go to Canadian experience class. I could also go through BCPNP, which is British Columbia Provincial Nomination Program. And lastly, I can always go back to Nova Scotia and go through Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. In this video, I'm gonna focus on one, which is the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Why am I eligible? Why I'm still eligible even though I'm here in British Columbia. So that will be our topic for today. But as we progress, I'm gonna show you guys the CIC website. All the information that I'm gonna give out in this video will be based on the website. So just to make sure that I'm not gonna give you guys some false information. I don't like that one. So we'll just hop into my computer and let's dive into it. So I'm here on CIC website, and then I'm gonna show you the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So let's go here. So these are the provinces that you could go. If you want to go through this pathway, you can go to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, and Labrador. And then let's go and see the requirements. So I've said earlier, you can go to international graduate stream, high skilled, or intermediate skilled. So there are 3 programs that you could be qualified. And then let's go to international graduate program. So let's focus on this one since I'm a graduate from NSCC. So here, let's move on to work experience. So the good side of this program, they don't require to have working experience. So if you're a fresh graduate and you don't have enough experience, then this program is for you. And then, because mostly Canadian experience class and federal experience, federal express entry, they will require you to have 1 to 3 years of experience outside Canada. So if you don't have that, then you don't get that point. So here, doesn't matter if you got experience or not.
doesn't count. So let's move on to education. You must have at least a 2-year degree, diploma, certificate. So I got a diploma, so I'm good. I was a full-time student. You graduated from this institution in the 24 months before you received your permanent residency. So meaning to say that you need to apply for your permanent residency from the date of your graduation. You have 24 months. So in my case, I still have until next year to apply. If I still want to go back to Nova Scotia, I can still go back there until next year and then apply through this pathway. And then I need at least 16 months to stay there. So you live in Atlantic of the institution granting education credential for at least 16 months within the 24-month period. So I lived there for 16 months because I studied there for 16 months. So I'm good to go. And then it's also says here you need a visa permit. I am on my post-graduation work permit, so I could use that. But here you can use some programs, like if you took a language course, then it won't count. And also if your program was online, then they would not accept that. So make sure that you're full-time and you're in class, you're attending the classes. So here accelerated studies are just saying that if you took accelerated studies, it's still considered as 2-year program. Let's check the language test. So we're done with education. I'm eligible. If you go to languages, they only require you to have level 4 CLB. So meaning if you take your IELTS, they only require you to have 3.5, 4.0, 4.5, 4.0. That's pretty low and achievable. So if you compare it with Canadian experience class, I think you need at least CLB 6. And then for you to be able to get the highest score, you need to have at least CLB 9. So that's kind of hard and really tough. So if you think that you won't be able to get that kind of scores, then go to Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. They only need you to have CLB 4, which is just 4, band of 4. So let's move back to the page. So we're done with language, we're good. We know that CLB 4 is the minimum requirement. And then let's move on to proof of funds, how much money we need to show them. So here in proof of funds, you only need to have, if you're lonely, you only need to have 3 grand. That's it. But in my case, I need 5 grand since it's for myself, it's for Felix, and for my son. We're total of 3 family members, so I need 5 grand. But if you're going to compare it with Canadian Experience Class and Federal Express Entry, the last time I checked, I need to show them at least 19,000 Canadian dollars for family of 3. So here is the tricky part when it comes to Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So of course, you need a job offer. They don't require you to have a past experience, but at least you need to get a job offer from eligible employer. When you say eligible employer, you need to see the list, okay? There is a list of designated employers under this program. So if you search at designated employers Nova Scotia AIPP, it will show you, let's go here. These are the list of employers that could help you to immigrate. So if you see those companies, you can just apply. And then the total pages is like, this is just Nova Scotia, guys, 30 pages. But yeah, you just be reminded that a job offer needs to be from a designated employer. Could be from New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, or PEI. So in that job offer, it needs to be full-time, meaning you need to work at least 30 hours a week, and doesn't they don't accept non-seasonal. They don't accept seasonal job offer. And then here you need to get a job offer with a skill type of 0, A, or B, or C, which is this is really good because they also accept C. If you check the Canadian experience class or federal express entry, they need just 0 A, B. So you have less options. One more thing, it needs to be at least 1 year. If you got a job offer that you can only work for 3 months, then it won't count. It needs to be at least 1 year. Oh, I think I forgot to show you the recognized public institution. So you need to graduate from publicly funded institutions. So let's double check my school. So boom, I got Nova Scotia Community College here. So you always have to double check. So that's why I'm always suggesting go to publicly funded institution because it will give you a lot of advantages. So that's it, guys. So I hope this video will help you decide if you want to go to Atlantic provinces.
So I hope you guys understand now why many students wanted to go to Atlantic provinces because of this program. It's very easy to immigrate, and like considering that you studied there and then they don't require to have past experience, and as well as your English requirement will be just CLB4, which is really low. And then the last will be your proof of fund. It's just 3 grand for a single applicant. So those are the advantages. So those are the advantages. So those are the advantages. So those are the advantages of international students who graduated from Atlantic provinces. So again, guys, I hope you find this video very helpful and very valuable. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and next week maybe we can discuss another pathway for me to immigrate here, and maybe you could get some insight about it. Again, thank you for watching. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye!